Hey family, what's going on? Klaus here and welcome back to Clashcraft, where guys, today I'm going to be making an automatic wheat farm, or as automatic as you can get. So wheat is one of those things where you don't plant the thing that you harvest. It's not like carrots, where you plant carrots and then you harvest carrots, and so you can use villagers for that. It's not like melons, where when you harvest, the plant doesn't stay there like melons or pumpkins. And so wheat is one of those things. It's one of the most necessary things. If you want to have a bunch of cows, if you want to have beef and, a good amount of food, then you need wheat. But you can't really automate the entire process. You can, however, automate the harvesting part. You have to plant it manually, but you can harvest it automatically using the power of water. So, guys, first things first, I'm going to harvest all this and kind of tear down what I've got going on right now. And we're going to get going on building this automatic wheat harvester. It is super simple. Anybody can build it, and you can do it, I believe you can do it even on Bedrock. So even if you're on Java or Bedrock or whatever, it'll work for you. And again, this takes out half the work. And honestly, it's just fun to build. So I'll be right back once I get the groundwork laid, and then I'll explain to you guys how the whole process works. All right, guys, got the terraforming done and got a bit of a plan in place. So check it out. Took everything apart. I had to add a bunch of dirt on this side and take out a bunch of this top layer because this is quite a big farm. It follows the pattern, the size, if you will, of water flowing on a flat surface. And that is the size this farm will be. There will be a trench dug all the way around it. So there needs to be at least one more block beyond the trench to actually contain everything. So this is where the farm will be. And I'll make a path from the doorway where it goes kind of straight across. That's where your farm is. That's where you interact with it. And your cows are on the other side of the farm. So this is the size and this is what is up. So now I've placed this cobblestone as a marker. So I'm going to take it out. And I'm going to place a dispenser, which is super simple. It's just cobblestone on an outside ring with the bottom empty. You put a redstone piece there and then a bow in the very middle. So we got a dispenser. We put our water bucket. And now if this thing receives a redstone signal, then it will dispense the water. And then if that redstone signal goes away, the water will return or will... Not return. I guess it will return, yeah, to the dispenser. So now what I need is my hoe, and I'm sure I'm going to need another one. I might as well make an iron hoe this time, huh? Yeah, let's just go ahead and make an iron hoe for the future. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to start... That was a weird little glitch on the server. So I'm going to start hoeing up all of the land and show you guys the true shape now with actual crops planted. And this is going to be the beginning of our farm. So I'll be back in... Oh, I actually need a water source for this to work too, don't I? Okay, so I'm going to try this. It may or may not work, but we're going to put the water sources off the diagonals in the very, very middle of where the farm will be. Okay, so I'm thinking that this will still work. We'll test it here in a little while. So I'm going to grab water. I'm going to put those on basically on the corners in the very middle. And that'll be around all four corners. So I'll be back once I have this set up and the crops planted. And then we begin the digging and the redstoning. All right, guys, so I had to make an adjustment. So I had the water here, I moved it over, and I placed a block on top of it. This allows all of the land to be hydrated or whatever, so that now we can plant some crops. Now let me demonstrate what this does. You flip the lever and bam, it comes all the way out to the edge, which is pretty sweet. And then you turn it off, and it's better if you have a button because you have to, with each double flick of the lever, that's what initiates whether the water comes in or goes out. So it's all tied together. It's super simple redstoning. I just wanted to put this together for demonstration purposes. So now I will, well, you know what? Let me show you guys what I'm going to do next. So the next thing I'm going to do is begin the digging of the ditch. And this ditch is very important because it's how we're going to collect all of our stuff, right? So if I dig it out here, and let's just say I want let me just think for a second. I want everything, like the seeds and stuff, to gather right here, which means I actually need the whole thing to begin back here. Of course, I want to keep my light on so I don't accidentally get, you know, eaten by something. But yeah, so with the one side where you want everything to go the opposite direction. So again, I want all of the seeds and stuff and wheat to appear here on this side of the farm. So that means that I need to cut off this thing's edge, and that's where that is. So now I begin by chopping I don't know what you'd call this, a trench, I guess would be a good way to put it. Chop a trench around all the way to the front. And of course, I will clean up all the redstone and stuff off camera. I hate this rain, but I don't feel like going and sleeping. I'm gonna take care of business here and build this thing. So I'll be right back, guys, once I get this whole trench cleaned up and the rest of the plan in place. All right, so I got the whole thing dug, and obviously I'm not done digging because you guys probably have an idea of what's going to happen. So the water will come out, and because I chopped off this corner, the water will from here begin to flow down. And with the flow, it's actually going to be carrying the seeds and the wheat with it because it's going to harvest it all for me. So I placed down the water here, and this kind of gives me an idea of where I need to start digging a little bit lower. So for instance, the water kind of stops right here. So chop that down and keep going all the way around until it stops again. Yeah, so now I need to chop down once more and keep going. And so by doing this and by continuing with, by continuing with this theory, a single flow or single bucket of water can carry items as far as you want, as long as you're willing to go downwards. So I'm gonna finish this trench using that exact same strategy again. Once it stops, chop right underneath it and keep going. And you know, I'm gonna finish this trench off, show you guys the plan. It's a little bit easier to do it one block at a time, actually. And yeah, then I'll demonstrate how it all works, and then we'll do the redstone together. All right, so as you can see, I planted all the plants, although whenever I demonstrate, it's gonna ruin it. But so now what we have, guys, is the water flowing all the way to this corner. And of course, I've got a couple of staircases to get to this point. So now I need a hopper and I need a barrel or a chest. It doesn't really matter. So I don't think I've made a hopper, but I have plenty of material, so I should be fine in making that. In fact, I've got the chest right here. That's awesome. So I can just bring both, and that'll be perfect. So 2, 3, 4, 5. There is my hopper, and that is going to catch the items, and then it's going to send it straight into the chest. So the hopper will be there, which means the chest will actually, you know what? I'm going to use 2 hoppers to be because it helps a little bit with the flow, like helps with the water flow. So let me I guess I got everything I need there. So let's go one more time, and that means I do need to make an actual barrel, which again I think is just slabs, right? Isn't it just a bunch of slabs in a circle? No, it's not. Okay, so I think it might be planks on the sides and slabs on the top and the bottom. There we go. There's our barrel. Perfect. Okay, so if I run over to here, and then there are actual redstone ways to make this even easier by making the redstone kind of, you know, kick up the items and bring them up to you, but that's not really all that necessary in my opinion. So we're gonna take the barrel, we're gonna place it down right there, and then take out this spot and this spot, and then we're gonna place the hopper right there, and then place the other hopper into it, just like so. So now anything that I drop will fall into the hopper and land inside of this barrel. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and grab this dirt. I need to make this a little bit more secure, actually. And I guess I need to make this staircase match a little better. There we go. So let's block that off now. That part is done. Very good. Okay, so that's the collection system. So now I just need the redstone. So I'm gonna need to get underneath it, and the easiest way to get underneath it is actually probably from, well, let me think for a second. I think that I might be able to access it from here, and that actually might be pretty easy. Yeah, so if I come in from right there, then that actually may work pretty well. Yeah, so let me, well, I don't wanna, I'm gonna make a sky bridge to get over there. I don't wanna ruin the way the water is flowing right now, but I don't want to put anything, right there. Well, I can get rid of it later. Yeah, okay. So, let me chop through here, I'm gonna find the dispenser, and it's super, super simple. Because I've already placed a cobblestone underneath it. If I remove this, you'll see there's our dispenser. So I'm gonna place the cobblestone back, and now, with the cobblestone laid out, put the redstone on top of it, just like so. I can create a bit of a chain. And then we're gonna drag it across, and of course I'm gonna get rid of that, I'm gonna get rid of that, and put it across just like so. So now my button can basically sit right there. And of course I haven't made my button just yet. I would also really like, we may have a problem because the redstone's gonna get destroyed by the water. Let me just place that down just like that and see if that actually works. Because it may still, like if I place it down just like that, the water may just go around it, which would be ideal. Also, can I place something down like right there? Is that going to impede items flowing through? If it does, I'll destroy it. How about that? Yeah, I just want to block it all in. Okay, so let me go make a button. I did make some stone because of course I don't have silk touch just yet, so I had to smelt some stuff. So place down the stone. There is our button, just like that. And now if I go down to here, and of course, again, I might one day decide to make this to where it's a little bit easier to spot, but if I place the dirt and then the button, now if I click this button, now notice we got crops growing and trying to grow and stuff. If I click that, then the water should be flowing. Okay, let me figure out what I've done wrong here. Ah, it's a double wall. Okay, so that's not gonna work. So I've got to actually... Oh, I didn't put it on the right one. What? Hold on a second. No, wait. Yeah. Okay, that is the block that needs the button right there. Okay, I'm gonna place dirt for everything else. That way it's easy to tell what's going on. So now if I flick that button, it's going to harvest everything for me. The water does not flow down, so that means that block is actually going to be an issue. But it looks like all of the other... Everything else has already been harvested up, which is perfect. And looks like some water actually flows around and creates a bit of a flood. That's actually not that bad. It's not a bad thing. So if I go over to here, I should have something like a stack and a half or so seeds sitting in this barrel. Okay, there's... Oh, and it's still filling. See, it's still filling. So that works out great. Now if I click that button again, the water should retract. Nice. Oh, and the reason why that happened that way, hold on. The reason why that happened that way is because I actually added supplemental water. So now this should be... This is actually the real test right here. Let me see how many seeds actually ended up there. That's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. But if I click that button, then we should see the water stop. It continues to flow over and makes its way down in this direction. Perfect. Nice. All right, so there we go, guys. It is working. There's about a stack and a half of wheat seeds in here. So now all I have to do is maybe make it a little bit prettier. I've got the water. Yeah, the water's gone. So now I can place the dirt down. And again, so all of it is down. You can actually build this up into the sky if you want to. Make it tall. And you have to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 blocks tall, which is not the worst. If you want that barrel to be, you know, ground level, maybe 7 blocks tall. Not terrible, but I just didn't want that to be the case for me. And I might actually... No, I can't actually... I'm gonna have to put a fence or something around this. I've got lots of fences. I can probably go ahead and beautify this real quick like. Okay, I don't have a lot of fences, but I have a lot of wood, so I can probably make this work. So let me make the fences real quick, and then we're done. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be enough, but I'm sure it's going to be decent. So all I want to do is encapsulate this thing so that I can't fall in and nobody falls in. So place the torches kind of where they already were, I guess. So like in the middle and all the corners, halfway points, etc. And I would love to actually grab some glowstone instead of cobblestone for the markers over there, but for now, that's kind of what I'm stuck with. So yeah, place the torch down just like so. Take that up. Why is this so dark right here? This is weird. Yeah, so across here, take up that flower. This is gonna look awesome. And what's so great about this is, again, it saves you a lot of time, but it's also an accumulation of, you know, basically a ridiculous amount of it's gonna accumulate a ridiculous amount of seeds, and so you don't actually have to wait on those seeds before you start planting. You just click the button, click it again, the stuff's gonna roll through, grab the seeds that's extra that's in there, because you know it makes it crazy amounts of seeds, and then go back up and plant again. It's super simple. So good stuff, huh? Good stuff. All right, so yeah, place that torch down just like that, and I'm gonna need to probably do a little bit of terraforming and make my path kind of swing around this a little bit. But there you go, guys. Nice and safe, not scared of what will happen. I do definitely want to take out those blocks, though. I don't think that water will flow underneath, so I'm gonna take those 2 blocks out on both sides. And then, of course, I have to plant again, so you know what? Might as well do that right now. And there you have it, guys, the automatic wheat farm, at least for harvesting purposes. If you guys decide to build this yourself, let me know how it goes down below in the comments, or if you have any questions. Also, if you find any improvements to the design, like different places to put the water or whatever, let me know in the comments, but I think we got it pretty much figured out. For now, though, guys, that's all for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, join the Klaus family, and be looking forward to the next episode where I will do my very first harvesting of all wheat. This is the best feeling ever. For now, though, guys, remember I love each and every one of you, and I will see you all again next time.